Welcome to part 2 of our 88K model railroad video, and we're looking at Unitram's number 4 switch field fix, part 2. So let's get into the geometry aspect. Okay, before we get into the CAD, let's take a look at the track system that Kato uses. And here we can see the 33 millimeter spacings, and these are all of the switches and the straight pieces that make up the geometry for the Unitrack system. And you can see the 33, the 49 and a half, and the 66 millimeter center track spacing. If we look at the Unitram, you could see the 25 and the 33. So I kind of want to point that out again, because it's critical. I mean, it's the driving factor of this whole video and why we need to make this modification to the switch itself. So let's go in and go back to the CAD, and we're going to create a piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to create and make an R381. And here it says, here we have a 30, but we're going to make an R381 15, and that's going to be here in this section. So basically, you can get the start of the center rail here. That is the main portion or the centerpiece of the track. Kato's track width is 25 millimeters, so we can create that by going here in the center, and we'll go 12.5, which will be on both sides. And let's go here. Oops, wrong one. That's the outer edge. Now we'll make the inner edge. And I'll cut this off so you can see it. Let's put these together. And here we go. We've got the piece. This is the exact dimension of a R30 or R381 15. Now, as you recall, the piece that we need to modify is the R230 or 282 15. So let's make one so we can use in our exercise. So let's go, here's the center piece. Oh, I forgot, I need to make the width of the track here. And we know the width is 2.5. And let's make the outer edge and the inner edge. And close it up. Okay, so now we've got this piece. Let's rotate this, and we're going to turn on the actual switch pieces that I've got already made. And let's rotate this, and let's actually name this. Let's put the name in there. So this is going to be R282-15. So we've got our part number. Let's group this. And now let's put the part on the switch. Let's make the connection. So we got the connection. We have the switch number 4. This is the straight special piece, and that's where it has the cut. You can see where it's needed. But here's the problem. We've got an overlay or this piece extends into the TW124. But what's more important or critical is the length of this track. With the S60, it is what we need, 186 millimeters. If we use this and extend this piece, the 60 piece, to I think 71 or 72 millimeters, then we're going to run into the problem of when we put this piece in, the geometries or the symmetry in the layout's going to be off. And because you're limited in the number of pieces that the Unitram supports, it only supports the 186, the 124, and the 62 millimeter pieces. So when you're at this, if you add this 10 millimeters, it's going to be a problem. So we have to use this. We have to cut this piece down in order to use it. So let's emulate cutting it down. Okay, let's delete that out. We'll move this up here. Let's ungroup this. And then we'll close this up. Together and group. So now this is our modified piece. And then let's see, now let's go over and let's place this back. So you can see the outline of the modified piece and minus the 10 or 11 millimeters. When we slide this down and we place it we can run a measurement and we can see, we'll be able to see something here. Let's measure this piece. And you see this 239? This 239 is the new radius of this piece. And actually, if we round it up, it'll be the 240. So let's move this piece. Let's rotate this back and group. Let's delete that and change this to that 240. Okay. And this is the new piece number. Okay, we've got the piece in, it fits, and now we've got to make a template that's going to help us cut this piece. So if we go back and make another piece, I should have copied that, but I think we can make it fairly quick. So this is going to help us get the edge. I can delete this out. Go here. Let's cut this off so we can see it. Weld these pieces together. Rotate this over. Okay. With this piece, remember we had to cut off like the 10 millimeter piece, or 10 millimeters. So if I center this here, Copy this. Okay, so this would end up being our template. And what we would do is cut this center piece out, slide the two pieces together, the two ends, and we would have this our 240, and we would be able to put the pieces together. Now I've already done that, and it's sitting over at the bench. So let's go there and look at how I assembled, or how I cut the piece and then assembled it and then place it on this the switch. So let's go over to the workbench.